Dinosaurs Podcast.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. It is episode 54, and I am your host, Michelle.
Anna,
Molly. And Melissa.
Yay! It's our second.
Melissa.
Yeah, and it's our episode, our second episode of the year, but it's episode 54 altogether. So, today we are kind of going more of a serious topic. I don't know why I chose it, but I think it's just because
it's just good to know.
yeah, it's good info to know. Because I'm sure a lot of our listeners don't know about it's taxes because it is tax season. Taxes. Yeah, your taxes are due on the 15th.
Wait, I thought they extended it. Did it?
Did they?
I think it's like the 20th. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well, I just saw that. I just remember tax day was in April, and I was like, I wonder if that would be some good short little info about taxes for our listeners here. Mm-hmm. So, yep, some little educational bits about taxes. So, taxes. What are taxes? They are mandatory payments collected from individuals and corporations by a government entity to fund government activity. In other words, it's money that the government takes from your paychecks, and they basically use it to fix the city. You know, kind of like the roads and stuff for potholes, or even for infrastructure and stuff like that. So all that construction that you see all over town, freaking in Tulsa and everywhere else, yeah, that's your tax money at work. So I know it sucks, but don't complain because that's your money going into those new roads and stuff like that. So, I mean, you can complain all you want, but I'm just saying that's.
I mean, if you really want to do something, but for it, you got to run for a position, run for office, and control of it. Try to see yourself.
Yeah, getting a little political here, but yeah. But yeah, so let's see. Apparently, there's more than one type of tax. Let's see. Oh, let's first understanding taxes. It's to help fund public works and services and to build and maintain the infrastructure used in a country. A government usually takes its individual and corporate residents. The tax collected is used for the betterment of the economy and all who are living in it. So, let's see here. I've lost my spot. Oh, here we go. So there are several common types of taxes. So we have income tax, payroll tax, corporate tax, sales tax, property tax, tariff taxes, and estate tax. So a little bit of information on each of them. The income tax, it's the percentage of generated income that is relinquished to the state for federal or federal government.
And that's what people mostly know what taxes are.
Yes,
right?
yeah. I know the majority know it as income tax. So, payroll tax. It is basically the money that's taken out of your paychecks. That's for state, federal,
FICA.
and stuff like that. So, yes, taxes. Mm-hmm. So, that's the part that everybody doesn't like because it makes your paycheck smaller.
That's when you do overtime and you're like, are you kidding me? No, beep, 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 beep. And, yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's the one where you see, that I don't know if you guys seen that video where one of the video, I think their son started working at one of the fast food places, and then he finally got his first paycheck, and then he saw how much he got, and he was just like, didn't understand why he only got that small amount, and so the parent had to explain to them, a portion of it had to go to taxes. And so then that the boy was like sad about it and upset because he didn't get the full amount that he thought that he was gonna get.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure he calculated everything, and then he knew how much he was going to get, but he didn't include all the taxes that they were going to take
That's
out.
your gross amount. That's before taxes. And then after that, it's literally dink. That's it.
Yep. So he was upset about that. But then the parent was just amused because he was like, "Well, that's how
life.
that's life. You're gonna have to learn."
Yeah, unfortunately, that's part of life, you know. Yeah, so so payroll tax. It's a percentage withheld from an employee's pay by an employer who pays it to the government on the employee's behalf to fund Medicare and Social Security programs. So it's taken for a reason. You know, you may not like it, but it's taken for a reason. There's also corporate tax. It's a percentage of corporate profits taken as tax by the government to fund federal programs. So, honestly, I'm trying to think, and I can't think of a federal program. Anna?
I'm just thinking about state programs, but
Yeah.
like TANF, like that's a program to give to families that need support with childcare and stuff
okay.
like that. There's also, even welfare programs too. Like, a federal program is food stamps too, I think.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
duh.
Food stamps.
Yes, so yeah, corporate tax, that's where your food stamps and WIC comes in. So, yeah, and then there's sales tax, which are levied on certain goods and services. It varies by jurisdiction. So, yeah, when you buy stuff and you see that little bit of money that's added onto your receipt, yeah, that's sales tax.
Taxes.
Now, does that include like restaurants, like taxes, and when you like order food and stuff?
Sales tax, yes.
Yeah, everything. I think they consider goods and services, right?
Yeah, goods and services.
Taxes.
There's also property tax. So anyone who owns a home or owns some type of real estate would know about this. Property taxes is based on the value of land and your property assets. So quick little clip here for like real estate stuff, at least from what I know from paying mortgage on my house. Property taxes are calculated into your whole monthly mortgage thing. It's part of your escrow. Okay. So if you choose to do an escrow, that means your property tax is already calculated into your total mortgage payment. And that includes like mortgage for the house, home insurance, property taxes, and stuff like that that you pay monthly. But if you choose not to do escrow, it means that your property taxes aren't calculated, but instead at the end of the year, you pay the whole sum of that property tax to the state.
Is that why I've seen some people online saying that right now with how unstable the housing market is, escrow is going up and down and is making their mortgage payments like really high right now if they chose to do escrow?
It also depends if it's a fixed rate or not as well. Because I think depending, on the fluctuation, your mortgage payment can change as well. So don't quote me on that, but that's how I understand it. So if anybody if any of our listeners are real estate agent people, correct me if I'm wrong, or give some info there. But that's how I understand it. So ours is fixed rate. So and like I said, we pay our property taxes at the end of the year. And it makes our mortgage payment smaller. So, So basically, we would have to save money throughout the year to be able to pay property taxes off. And the amount of property tax that you pay, it depends on where you live, type of thing.
Oh, yeah, because it could be higher property tax that you pay or lower.
Because, like, we live in Union District, and our property taxes for this past year was $1,800
versus the Tulsa district, right?
Yeah.
That one has like lesser.
It's lesser. Because I know, like, because Chow would always tell me, like, it's because we live in Union District that our property taxes are high. Because compared to, like, say, I don't know, a little further out, like, say, Bixby or Mounds or whatever, your property taxes was like half that. Yeah, or even less.
Makes sense because of the school
Mm-hmm.
district. It's a good school
It
district.
is. That's
Yeah.
what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Most of the times, if they have the higher property tax for the school districts, it means they have more resources.
Yes.
Yeah.
So a lot of that money we pay goes to the school board. That's why it's so freaking high. Because like about a good half of it goes to the school, which is fine because that's where our kids go.
Yeah.
That's what I heard in Texas too, because I was like thinking, I know this is dumb, but I was like thinking of buying, or I was like, since we go to Texas so gone much every freaking year, might as well like,
Buy a house there.
not a house, but like
An
something
apartment.
small
Yeah.
there, And then
Yeah.
I was telling that to my coworker, and he's like, Texas property taxes are like really high, right? And I'm like, seriously? And he's like, yeah, it's really, really high. So I don't think you would want to
To do
as
that.
much times you go down there, is it worth paying that much property taxes?
Mm.
And I'm like, okay.
Well, I mean, Texas in general, everything's
Cost
Yeah.
of living is high.
yeah
higher.
higher anyway.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so that's why he was like, you sure? You want to do that? And I'm like, you right.
yeah,
You right.
better just to pay for a hotel.
Yeah.
For the time being. Okay, the next one is tariff taxes. It's on imported goods, imposed with the aim of strengthening domestic businesses. So import export stuff, business economy, and then the estate tax rate applied to the fair market value or FMV of property in a person's estate at the time of death.
That's what I was gonna say. I heard that you have to. It sucks to be in this world. Your family has to pay your tax when you die. I learned about that after Chadwick, my husband, died. That they had to pay. They never set up, even though he is a famous star. Allegedly, this is all allegedly stuff. Is that they never really set up a thing for it, so they had to like pay taxes for when he passed. And I'm like, seriously?
Like years after he passed, or just after
Like
that
at
year when he passed?
yeah, you have to pay
okay.
taxes when someone dies. Like it's,
I guess it makes sense.
and I'm like, oh my god. So we're just
So
screwed.
so whatever taxes up until the time they died.
I just know that there's
I
a death
think
tax.
so. Yeah.
I just know there's a death tax you have to
Yeah.
pay.
Government be taxing everything, man. That's
Literally.
Oh, you died? You got to pay me for that.
Oh, you're born? Pay me for that. Literally.
That sucks.
yeah. Continuing, the total estate must exceed thresholds set by state and federal governments. Yeah. So lots and lots of taxes. It's all part of having a government and stuff like that. Because where else is the government going to get its money to do the big things?
That's like one of those like debates that they talk about, like how they talk. It's a little political here, where they say like in this country, we pay taxes, but we don't have free healthcare, free college.
Yeah.
But other countries, they pay that tax to be able to go to college and get free healthcare. And I'm like, for me personally, just my opinion, I would gladly pay for more taxes if that means it's accessible education and accessible healthcare.
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. But a lot of Americans don't agree. And it's kind of like, why? You're paying taxes already anyway.
And I can't. And plus, if they're gonna half-ass the infrastructure and stuff like that, if I know money's going to somewhere and I don't have to worry about, like having to pay to go to college or, get health care, shoot, go for it.
Yeah.
I would gladly pay taxes for it.
Yeah, but this country doesn't focus on that stuff. So.
No, because capitalism.
Mhm.
Anyway, taxes.
And it's very individualism.
Yeah, individualism. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
No collectivism.
Yep.
Back on the taxes.
Let me see here.
Taxes. Sounds like you're saying Texas.
Texas.
Yeah.
That's pretty much like an overview of it, because I mean I didn't know there was that many different types of taxes. So, tax delinquency. Every type of tax has a different due date or reporting requirement. Some are collected immediately at the time of transaction or leading up to a transaction, like sales tax or tariffs. Okay, yeah, we know that. So whenever you buy stuff, why do we pay taxes? Because it's the government's source of revenue to get stuff done, like we were just saying earlier. So, it's spent to improve and maintain public infrastructure, including the roads we travel on, and fund public services such as schools, emergency services, and welfare programs. Yep. How do income taxes work in the U.S.? In the U.S., taxation progressively increases as an individual's income grows. So, apparently, the more you make, the more you get taxed.
Yeah, because you get bumped into a different tax bracket.
So. You know, lower class, middle class.
Or like I was also gonna say, or like if you divorce and you're now single, or if you're now married, that's gonna mess up your taxes too. So it's one of those thingies where you always have to be on top of it. If not, then
You're gonna have issues.
yeah, you're gonna have issues when it comes to tax season.
Yeah, so whenever you like apply for a job and you get the job and you're doing like paperwork and stuff and you're filling out, what is it, W-4?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Be very careful of the numbers that you choose, because you could either get too much taken out or not enough taken out, and then you end up having to owe a lot during income tax season.
Well, I feel like this is like a lot of people on social media anyway say that, you know, this is stuff that we need to learn so we know how to function in this society, but they don't teach us this.
On purpose, I feel like.
Yes,
Oh,
on
yeah.
purpose, yeah.
On purpose.
So
You
we're
know?
dumb.
Yeah.
Instead, they teach us the powerhouse of the cell is the mitochondria.
Because that's what we've retained.
Yeah.
Or PEMDAS.
Yes. You know, literally everybody knows what the powerhouse of a cell is.
Or A squared plus B squared equals C squared.
That's actually very valuable.
What I
Yes,
said?
I know. We're just.
I just don't know how to apply it because it doesn't apply to me right now.
Yeah, I mean, it applies to a lot of like smarter people in jobs and stuff. But you know, everyday normal people like us, we don't use that.
Especially like the new ways they're teaching kids how to do like math and stuff.
I saw that on TikTok.
Oh,
I'm
On-
like,
Yeah.
that's the most. It was a multiplication.
No,
It
mine
was
was just a simple addition. It would be like 32 plus 49 equals.
Yeah, and like
And
this
they're
kept
doing
bringing
it
they were
all,
doing,
like, all-
so many brackets.
all freaking
down,
weird.
And I'm just like, can you
just
just
go
And then-
straight down.
The comments were like, us adults.
Yeah.
Because the little girl, she's teaching her mom, and her mom's
the way they're
recording
doing,
it.
they're learning it.
Oh,
yeah.
And then the grown-ups in the comments go, where did she get the number 20 from? Like, what the hell's happening?
Yeah,
Why are they making it so hard to do freaking math?
I think it's because they see the way how Chinese kids are learning on the other side, so they're trying to
catch up to them.
bring
I'm
that
guessing.
over.
I guess so.
I guess because it looked simpler to learn.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. Just seeing Liam do it, and just remind me of The Incredibles 2, when they're like,
Who
they want us,
changes math?
they want us to do it this way.
Yeah, I don't know.
That stuff I'm leaving it to Mike. He is the math head. I'm not going to mess with that.
Yeah, I don't know, but I'm just like, dang.
Come to me for a conjunction function. Let's hear. Just kidding.
I was like, I guess people had difficulties learning the original basic way, and so they're just
Either that, or they're doing it like an overview, like first
see
and
what
second grade.
works.
This is how we're gonna do it, so
Yeah.
that way when you get to like actually multiplication, you can still.
The
Use
learn
what
how
you-
same things apply.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, that would make sense.
Yeah, I think that's probably what they're trying to do.
Yeah, because there's a big gap.
Yeah,
Man, one of these days, I'm just gonna go volunteer to be a volunteer teacher's
teacher aide?
assistant. Yeah, and just
teacher aide?
sit and see how the curriculum is done.
Yeah,
Because it's like,
hard.
what?
I mean, you can be a teacher aide. I looked it up. I was job searching,
Oh,
and I was like, how much do teacher aides make? And then I was looking at like union and stuff, and so union has a lot of teacher aides that they're looking for, but I guess it's like contract because you know they're the academic year is not the actual full year.
Yeah.
You have the summer off.
Yeah.
And so I was like reading it, and I was like, oh, okay, so you get paid about like $13-15 for like a 7-8 hour day. And then you kind of just go and just assist the teacher kind of thing. And so I'm like, oh, that's actually pretty cool, I guess. If you ever wanted to do that, Michelle.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then some of it is like, it's not even all day sometimes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, I
yeah.
know for a fact that if I ever decide to try that, my kids' school would happily have me. But I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if I can handle being in a school and stuff like that because I like to argue. So
Michelle arguing with a freaking 3-year-old.
No, you can't have the cookie.
I
right
meant like
now.
the PTA.
You can't have the cookie right now because it's lunchtime. And cookie time is for snack time. That's what she's gonna say.
Yeah.
But yeah, I kind of want to go back to, because whenever I did it for, I volunteered, well, it was for my business class at TCC. And they were like, you can volunteer in this kindergarten class for like once, like I think once a week. You don't have to take the final.
Oh.
And so that's what me and one of our Hmong guy friends, we did. Because I ain't going to take that final. So all we had to do was just go there and kind of teach them about business. But the way they did it was they gave you all the instructions. And so you just had to read the book
Oh.
and stuff like that. So it was really easy. You just go in there for like 30 minutes, do your thing, and then you're done for the week. You know?
You said it was for kindergarten?
Yeah, it's for kindergartners.
That was just
Teaching
gonna go.
business?
Yeah, it was just simple stuff too. It's like you didn't think it's business. It's just a book talking about like money and how she wants to save to buy something, and so teaches you how to save the money and then take it out and go buy stuff, kind of thing. So you just read the book and then you do like an activity with them, a simple activity, and then that's it. Done within like 30 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. Interesting.
Yeah, that was it. And so when I was watching them and I was doing it, and I was like, oh, this is actually kind of fun. But dang, that's a lot of kids you're talking to, because when I was there, a bunch of kids would like want to come and talk to me, and I'm like, hold on. Hold on.
There's only one
there's
Miss
so many.
Alyssa.
Yeah, there's so many of you guys. Hold on.
Dude, I feel like that every time I go to like parties and stuff like that, and there's all the kids are sitting at the table, and then if you want, you can go help the teacher, and you're just passing out stuff, and all the kids are like, I want this, I want that,
Yeah.
I don't want this. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay.
Yeah, and then the kindergarten teacher saw that I was getting overwhelmed, and she's like, okay, Miss Melissa needs a little time to herself. Can you guys, go back to your tables and finish your activity? And I'm like, thank God, thank you.
It's like whenever they see a new adult, they're like, somebody else to give me attention. It's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
But I give praise to teachers though. It's a really hard job because it's like literally 20 to 30 kids in your face all day, you know. So
And they don't get paid enough either.
nope. Yeah. Props to you guys. Love you, teachers. Let's see. Who needs to pay taxes? Let's see. The taxpayer will depend on the type of tax and associated regulation for that tax. Example, federal income tax legislation usually only pertains to people who have earned a certain amount of income or adjusted gross income. Corporate taxes may be limited to companies that have performed business in a specific area or are incorporated to do business within a specific country. So each tax is handled differently, and there are often exceptions and qualifications for the tax pertains to.
I heard that they even tax people if you stole stuff or you do drugs and stuff.
What?
I thought so. They're saying
Oh.
like they like you have to report your taxes, but I'm wondering if they're doing that to catch people.
Oh.
But then like you do have to. I thought I read somewhere that like you have to report stuff that you earned income on. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Even if it's like a small business or whatever. Because funny thing is, like I was talking to Chow earlier about this because for like my Preston Poppy small business, it's like, do I need like a certain
Like a business license?
Yeah, like a license, a certificate, or whatever to be able to like sell my products. And he said something along like it. He said, "No, not unless you're like using a government space to sell your stuff. So say like at Mother Road Market or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah, if I were wanting to sell there, then yes, I would need that license or whatever. But if it's just like at I don't know, a pop-up market thingy or whatever.
I don't know, because my sister was telling me that they're changing things around the city of Tulsa now.
Oh.
So you may have to just
Okay.
double check.
Yeah, I was
Because they're
gonna
saying that
double
it's
check.
for goods and services now. Because I think that's why. Remember, one of your cousins was saying that she used to do her jewelry making business at the library, but now they require it right now.
Who? Sorry, I'm blanking out. I don't know.
She makes jewelry, and she says, I used to
Jewelry.
always go to the library
Oh, yes,
and
yes,
do
yes,
it, but
yes.
now they require the license to sell goods and services now, and she can't do it no more.
Oh, yes.
And that's
sh-
technically a pop-up thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you might have to look into it.
Yeah.
I want to say 70% chance you have to.
Yeah. Yeah. I was telling that to Chow too, and he has one because he did his print sales pop up over at Mother Road Market.
Yes.
So he has
Yeah.
to have one.
Yes.
And apparently you have to report every month your sales.
Yes.
I mean, sales, even if it's zero, you just report it
Yeah.
or whatever. And he can't remember, but he thinks there's like a one-time fee sign up.
Yes, there
For
is.
it.
Yeah,
but-
that's what Mitchell and them had to do
Oh,
for
okay.
their vending machines.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yes.
yeah, so for any of you who are wanting to start a small business and stuff like that, do your research for whatever county that you're in, because it could be a little different. Like I just learned right now, it's like most likely I will need to get one, which is fine. You know, whatever way that I need to do it legally so I don't get in trouble, I'll do it.
You were like, that will help you so you can charge for your business when you need to buy equipment and stuff too.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And then write it off.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Write it
Yeah.
off. Like you need lamps,
Yeah.
or polishes
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Because when I was looking into OnlyFans,
OnlyFans.
I think like anything you make over I think like $600, that's when you have to start reporting it to the government. But I think ever since after that, when you actually are considered a what's the word?
Contractor.
Not a contractor, but it's the type of form you have to fill out. Starts with an L.
1090. Oh, an L.
Like an LLC? Is that an LLC? Yeah.
Oh,
I think-
for business.
Yeah, for business. So yeah, so I think after you make your $600, that's when you have to fill out the LLC for taxes to come out, and then that's when you can start doing write-offs for like lingerie, lighting, places that you booked to do the pictures and things
Yeah.
like that. That's considered a tax write-off.
Yeah, and I heard that if for that specific business, you could do a tax write-off on your pedicure and manicure and stuff because that's
Yeah.
literally you
That's
are the
your,
product.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
Wow.
Like so your office, sometimes you can do it like your electricity bill too, depending on what you're using and all that stuff. So part of your rent if you were doing it in our apartment like this. Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting.
like if you guys
Yeah.
had an extra room and that's where you did your OnlyFans,
Yeah.
that's your office.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
well, it's like, well, my whole house is my office. So
Yeah.
Okay, well, cool. Great little info here between these two. You know, again, if you need or wanting to start your own little business and sell products or services, yes, again, look into your county and see what is required of you. And that way you can do it correctly and possibly get tax write-offs.
A lot of states actually give free resources to people who want to open up their business too. So they just have to look up what their state offers. Like for our state, they do offer, there is like a nonprofit organization or something through the state that will help you if you need help learning to make your business proposal, or if you need help with learning how to like do all the tax forms and stuff like that. So there's a lot of free resources.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yep. Again, do your research. ask people, you know, who you know that are affiliated with either the city or businesses and stuff like that. So it would be great. At the end of the day, taxes kind of rule our world right here.
Yeah.
So that's what taxes suck and stuff, but a lot of it is for the betterment of our lives. So
Yeah.
let's see. I think that's pretty much it. What I have. So yeah, many types of taxes, and they're applied in various ways. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure most of us know what taxes are, especially if you're like teenage to an adult or whatever. Whether you buy stuff or whether you sell things, go to restaurants and stuff like that. We've all seen the tax percentage and stuff like that. So I just wanted to come on here and just give a little info here and there about what taxes are, what they do, and how they work. So hopefully this helped you guys. If you guys want more info, I will gladly research deeper into it and do like a part 2 of this episode. If not, then that's fine too, because taxes are a sucky subject and it can be boring too. But yeah.
Or let Michelle know what you liked, what you didn't like, what you didn't know.
About taxes. It was a great little article that I was getting info off. It's off of Investopedia. Yeah, Investopedia. So it talks about taxes and investments and stuff like that. So if you want, you can go there yourself and have a little read. And if you want us to discuss something more about it, just comment down below or message us or whatever you want. But other than that, we will see you in the next episode. Happy taxing for tax day. Bye.
Bye.